Angel Reese accuses Robert Griffin III of lying over claim her inner circle told him she hates Caitlin Clark. If Robert Griffin III was hoping to mend fences with Angel Reese, his efforts have proven unsuccessful. Shortly after the Fox college football analyst authored a social media post, both defending Reese against racism and claiming that members of her inner circle confirmed to him that she hates Caitlin Clark on a personal level, the two-time WNBA All-Star issued a response. Lying on this app when everybody know the first and last name of everybody in my circle for clout is nasty work, Reese wrote. While she didn't mention Griffin by name, both the timing and the content of Reese's post make her intent clear. Less than 2 hours earlier, the 2011 Heisman Trophy winner wrote, "People in Angel's inner circle called me and told me I was right, and Angel Reese has grown to hate Caitlin Clark because of the media always asking her about Caitlin and being constantly compared to her," in reference to his previous claims regarding Reese and Clark's relationship. The entire ordeal dates back to May, when Griffin took his initial public stance. Those comments then took on a life of their own when ESPN's Ryan Clark opined that the former Baylor star doesn't understand the challenges that black women in America face because he's married to a white woman. Clark later apologized for his comments, but maintained some of his issues with Griffin's take. To that end, it's worth noting that the ESPN NFL analyst reposted Reese's thinly veiled response on Thursday. Griffin's claim regarding Reese's camp came amid a lengthy post in which he publicly called out a racist Photoshop of her new NBA 2K26 video game cover. But while he may have been well-intentioned, his decision to add the comment regarding his conversations with Reese's camp seemed curious and appears to have only created another issue between himself and the 23-year-old forward. Reese said to Griffins, "I'm so glad you got me this job because it's made me a better father and a husband," she said. It was supposed to be a quiet off day for Angel Reese. The Sky had just pulled off a gritty win, and for once the headlines focused more on the game than the drama that usually follows her name like a shadow. That piece didn't last long. The notification hit her phone before breakfast. A clip from Robert Griffin III's podcast was everywhere. Sources close to Angel Reese say she hates Caitlin Clark, RG3 said, his voice confident, his eyes locked into the camera. "I've spoken to people in her circle. They confirmed it. She doesn't like Caitlin, and she's not hiding it." Angel blinked, mouth curling in disbelief. "Hates?" she whispered aloud, confused and visibly annoyed. By lunchtime, she'd already texted her publicist, her brother, and her mom. None of them had spoken to RG3. None had heard anything about this supposed confirmation. And yet there it was. Her name dragged into the ring of yet another media-made battle with Caitlin Clark. The post that shook the league. At 2:47 p.m., Angel hit send on a message that shook the WNBA and sports media landscape. "Robert Griffin, keep my name out your mouth. Nobody in my inner circle told you a damn thing. Don't lie on me just to stir drama. I respect Caitlin Clark, and I'm tired of y'all trying to make this something it's not." The tweet went viral in seconds. No emoji, no laughter, just heat. Fans flooded the replies. Some praised Angel for clapping back. Others begged her to clarify. And as always, the trolls made their way into the thread too, asking the same tired questions. "But do you really like Caitlin though? Why won't you just admit it?" But Reese wasn't here for speculation. She was here for the truth. In an Instagram story that followed minutes later, she elaborated, "Competition isn't hate. Rivalry isn't beef. Stop putting words in my mouth just because two women are playing hard, and don't take selfies together after games. I don't have to be best friends with Caitlin, but I damn sure don't hate her. That's not who I am." And doubles down. Later that evening, RG3 addressed the backlash on X and on his live podcast, saying it's okay. But instead of backing down, he dug in. "I stand by what I said," he began. "I didn't name names out of respect, but folks close to Reese told me exactly that. Whether she admits it publicly or not, the tension is real. And honestly, that's okay. That's sports. That's competition." The clip was clipped, cropped, and reposted all over again. And this time, Angel wasn't the only one upset. Her teammate Dana Evans tweeted, "Don't lie on my girl to make your podcast pop." Sky assistant coach WNBA legend Teresa Weatherspoon posted a cryptic, "We know who's real and who's loud." The divide was clear. RG3 was on an island, and it was shrinking by the hour. Beyond the headlines, what made Angel's denial so powerful wasn't just her words, It was the why. For months, she's lived under a microscope, with every gesture, every side eye, every defensive stop against Clark dissected for evidence of dislike. When she taunted Caitl during the NCAA championship, she was called classless. When Caitl did it first, weeks earlier, it was competitive spirit. That double standard never sat right with Angel, and now, even years later, it still followed her. So when a respected former NFL star like RG3 casually tossed her into the drama blender, she snapped. Not just to protect her image, but to protect her humanity. Stop treating black women like we can't have complexity, she said in an interview with The Athletic the next day. I can compete hard, I can play with emotion, and I can still have respect. This whole idea that I either have to hate or worship Caitlin Clark is just lazy. Caitlin weighs in softly in an unusual move. Caitlin Clark herself was asked about the RG3 Reese situation before a fever practice. She smiled politely. Look, Angel's a great player. She pushes me, I push her. That's all it is. We don't have to like each other, but I've never had a problem with how she plays, and I don't think she does either. It wasn't a headline grabber, but it was honest. And more importantly, it supported Angel's point. Mutual respect doesn't require performative friendship. The bigger picture, by the weekend, sports panels and radio shows had spun RG3's comments into every angle possible. Was he wrong to share hearsay? Was Angel overreacting? Did the media want Clark versus Reese to be a war? But beneath the noise, one truth rang clear. Angel Reese was tired of being a narrative instead of a person, and she wasn't going to stay quiet anymore. Her final tweet on the subject: don't use my name for clout. If I got something to say, I'll say it myself. Loud. In a league growing louder by the week, Angel Reese reminded everyone that her voice belongs to her, and her truth is not for sale.